Hello, everyone. Good evening, good night, actually. My name is Jun Xie, and I'm a senior student majoring in accounting and finance. And when you talk about accounting, you think about, okay, probably work for a Big Four accounting firm, probably about tax, probably about the financial department in a Fortune 500 big company. Then when you talk about nonprofit, you think about all these social justice issues, all these education problems. No one really, not many people connect with accounting with nonprofit organizations. But what's true is every nonprofit has an accounting or a finance department. For a nonprofit to be successful, they have to have a good number of people who work in the accounting or the finance arm. And they have to manage big fundings, which need to be spent on the projects they work on. And for a small nonprofit, for them to get great grants and fundings from other resources, they have to have all these good financial reports, which can be present to the bankers, to the grant donors. So accounting is really an essential part of the day-to-day operation of a nonprofit organization. And that's why what I decided to do accounting internship with a nonprofit organization. And I worked with two nonprofit organizations, United Virginia and Richmond Metropolitan Habitat for Humanity. And I will talk about each individually and what I did with them later. And I think the general purpose of my internship or what I want to achieve is just to get a good understanding about how finance department operates in a nonprofit setting, and probably prepare me somewhat to be a CFO one day with a nonprofit organization. And the first organization I work for is United Virginia. This is a very new nonprofit which just established in 2009, and it's a micro-enterprise nonprofit. What it does is they run a program called United Virginia Initiative. So they serve all these under-resourced Richmond people, but who want to start their own business. So these people go through a series of workshops. They learn how to start a business, what kind of things they need to know about. And at the end of the series of programs, they present a very good business plan. So there's a panel which formed with all the recent graduates and all the real-life business people. They review these proposals and to approve it or disapprove it. So if the proposals get approved, they receive up to $5,000 loan, which is with a very low interest and no collateral. So they can use the money to start their business. So that's what basically United Virginia do. And what I did with United Virginia this summer is, it was a very new organization, so before I joined them this summer, they only had 3 people. They have the managing director, a development manager, and a CFO. So the first thing I did was basically just help them setting up the entire accounting system. So we purchased this accounting system, which is QuickBook. Some of you guys might know. So it's basically you can enter invoices and do payments. So I just helped them set up the accounting system. And I maintain the accounting system through day-to-day, so record expenses, income, and all these stuffs. And since they issue loans to these entrepreneurs, so each month I prepare invoices for these loan participants. And I used a lot of my accounting and finance skills, because each person take a different amount. They might have a different rate, so I have to calculate how much we're charging each person, these type of things. So I really used a lot of my academic skills. And I was really thankful. My supervisor, Rob Martin, he actually took me on for all these strategic development meetings. So they went to see all the Richmond government agencies, other big nonprofits, and just wealthy individuals. So we got to sit at a round table, then they do their proposals, hope to get a grant or their fundings. I was the youngest and the least experienced person at those meetings, so it was really scary because they were talking about big money. It's it's like $50,000, $100,000. So it was really scary, but I got to see the business side of how the nonprofit operates, and it was really interesting. And actually, the I helped with a proposal for Ergo grant. It's the City of Richmond grant, and I helped do the proposal, and we actually got a 50,000 grant from City of Richmond with a 50,000 matching from a Consumer Alliance of Virginia. So the money was there before I left this summer, so it was good. It would support the coming year's operation of United Virginia. And as I mentioned, all these entrepreneurs who participate in the plan, they do all these business plans, which are used for either getting the loans from United Virginia, or they can use it later to get other grants. So I actually helped 7 of these people do their business plans. They have all these incredible ideas about like jewelry designs, clothes, open a restaurant, or one lady has this idea about like a container, you have some special soil, then you can just grow your own vegetables at home. And it was really amazing. So I just helped them do this business plans, and there was a financial projection of this business plan. So I helped them do this ratio analysis, break-even analysis. So I used lots of my accounting knowledge again. Sometimes I have to refer back to my freshman and sophomore year classes to just get a fresh idea. Yeah, and 2 of the people I helped, they actually just got into a second round of a grant opportunity. It's sponsored by Bonsacor. It's the Support East and Richmond Development Plan, and they just got into the second round. So there's a higher chance they will get up to $10,000 grant to start their business. So if I feel really good, I actually helped them, and if one day I saw a new business open in Richmond, it might be someone I helped. So it was really a good experience. And I also worked a little bit with Richmond Metropolitan Habitat for Humanity. How I got into the second part of this internship was because the supervisor worked at United Virginia. He knew I really want to know how like a CFO works in a nonprofit world. And United Virginia was really new. They didn't even have an accounting system before I went. And he introduced me to Habitat for Humanity. They're better established, and they have a very well-running accounting department. So I can get to see how the accounting operates in a better, in a more established nonprofit organization. So I went in, and they rotated me from different divisions to divisions. So I prepared invoices, prepared payrolls, prepared payments, wrote checks. So I basically just did all the things like all the accountants do. And one thing special about Habitat for Humanity Richmond is they have a restore division. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah, they opened this restore, which are the things they received, people donated, like carbons, construction material, so people could buy them at a discount price. So I actually went to the restore and did some cashier type of job, and helped them do monthly reconciliation. So lots of accounting work. And they have their fiscal year ends on June the 30th. So I participate in part of the annual auditing project. So I prepared schedules for auditings. And I took on a couple of special projects. One was really not accounting related, but I was really proud I did it. They have to, a part of the policy, they need to verify the Habitat homeowners still own the homes, meaning they still live in these homes. So I sent out 200 letters to all these homeowners, ask them, okay, just to verify their residency, ask them to provide like water bills and electricity bills. So I send out 200 letters, collect them throughout the month, do spreadsheet, analyze, like a detector work, see, oh, if this person still lives here, this person still lives here. It's a month-long project. I actually just got it done last week. And reported to my supervisor, and she was really happy, and she said they couldn't get this accomplished if I was not there. So it was really rewarding. Yeah, my academic assignment, I did a paper, Accounting in Nonprofit Organizations. So I explored more like the development of nonprofit financial reporting and the problem with external financial disclosures. So it's more like technical nonprofit accounting development stuff. And Dr. Slaughter was really helpful in helping me to get the paper done. Yeah, so I just want to talk a little bit about how this internship is different, because I worked in public accounting firms and tax firms. I did those type of internship before. This is the first time I did a nonprofit accounting internship. And I think the working environment is really different. It's nonprofit, so it's really casual, and people talk about things openly, and they ask for your help all the time, and I think it was great. And I got to do a wide variety of tasks. And I think you saw from my presentation, I kind of did a little bit of everything. And one thing was great is I feel my inputs are really valuable because they always lack of these accounting or like finance interns, because people normally don't go to nonprofit. So what I did was they really appreciate it, and that was something it could be carry on. I got the opportunity to do this residency verification thing, and I just took on the project and get it completed. And the whole project I did it myself, basically. So it was really a proud thing. So my work was really valuable. And I think the one problem with it is there's really not a lot of trainings involved in terms of this internship. And that's why I don't think I'm ready to start a career right after I graduate in nonprofit, because I don't feel I have that much knowledge to can help a nonprofit that much just right after I grad. But I definitely see myself working in the public world for a couple years, and probably be a CFO of a nonprofit a couple years down the road. And a couple reflections. I'm actually still helping both nonprofits now as a part-time, so I hope to get them a little bit transition. And there's really an increasing need for accounting and finance volunteers in the nonprofit organizations. And I do realize lots of the public accounting firms, they start sending out volunteers to the nonprofit organizations. And I think it's just a great way to do it. And I'm trying to find a way probably to connect the UR accounting students with the Richmond community in terms of the nonprofit work. I'm the president of Accounting Society, and we have the supervisor, Dr. Slaughter, there. So if possible, we'll find out some way to get students and their nonprofit connected. So yeah, that's my experience, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for the Burhans for their valuable just opportunity, and thank you for Cassie. Thanks.